Hey guys, in this video I'm going to show you some business ideas that you should probably look into based on your personality type so that you start something that will be more likely to succeed. And there is a test out there that I recommend you take. Obviously, some people debate whether or not personality tests work at all, but as far as reviews from people, as far as doing it myself, I found that it's pretty close as far as the results. And reading about your personality can really help you understand how your brain works a little bit better. So one of the better ones out there right now is called the Myers-Briggs personality test. You can take it at 16personalities.com. All you do is you answer these questions and you get your results for free. You see 1.2 million people have shared this already. And there are 16 different results that you can get. And I'm just going to go over the top 8 first right now, and then I'll go over the next 8 probably in a future video because it would be a super long video if I did all of them right now. But I'm going to go over the analysts and diplomat types right now, and the first one is the ENTP. So if you take the test and you realize you're an ENTP, which is known basically as the debater, you can see that right here. The debater, smart and curious thinkers who cannot resist an intellectual challenge. So after researching a lot about these personality types, I believe that something like a tech startup would be good for you. You don't want to do something like a franchise. You don't want to do anything that's cookie cutter. You don't want to do probably network marketing or anything like that. That's pretty cookie cutter as well. But you could do something like a software as a service, like GetResponse is an email marketing software that people pay monthly to use to build their business. Buffer is another example of a software as a service where people pay like a monthly fee if they get the paid version, and they get to automate their social media in many cases with something like Buffer. So both great tools. I use both of those tools, and I think that would be great for like an ENTP, otherwise known as a debater. Another personality type is the INTP, which is known as the Logician, they are innovative inventors with an unquenchable thirst for knowledge. If you are this type, then I recommend something like an app or a web tool or software sales or something where you make it yourself and then you kind of turn it into a business. So an example would be like there's a site I like to use to optimize images for my blog. It's called webresizer.com. And this is just something that you could learn how to create websites that are basically just web tools. They only have 1 or 2 pages per site, but people keep coming back to these sites because they have a tool there that they can use for free and get some sort of result, for it. It makes something easier. It automates something or whatever that would be hard to do otherwise. So for instance, optimizing images, this is my favorite out there right now, but you'll notice that they have ads on this page, like this one right here looks like an AdSense ad. So that's how they monetize this page, is through ads. So you could sign up for AdSense, you could make all these like free tools and post them on little websites and make passive income just from doing that. Just make a new tool here every once in a while. Something like that can be really good, I think, for an INTP, otherwise known as a logician. So you can make your own software. Maybe you're more of a coder. Maybe you make some sort of app, something like that. That's not probably a huge business, but something that you can kind of build yourself. Another thing you could do if you're an INTP, or otherwise known as an architect, which is imaginative and strategic thinkers with a plan for everything. So these kind of people, I think, would be great at optimization businesses. So these are basically like analytics, consulting, SEO, helping something go to the next level is really good, I believe, for an INTJ personality type. So a few things come to mind for this. One is neilpatel.com. This guy right here, I don't know if he's an introvert or extrovert or what, but he actually has built his entire brand basically on helping you with really good blog, video, and podcast content, and then he gets paid to, he's created products and stuff, but he also is a marketing consultant. And I believe he's done it for big companies like Amazon and others out there. But pretty much neilpatel.com, the whole point of neilpatel.com is basically to get people to hire him as a marketing consultant. So something like that would be good. You help other websites grow, or maybe you do SEO like backlinko.com, where you have Brian Dean, who specializes in optimizing a website to rank in search engines. Something related to optimization like that would be really good, I believe, for that personality type. Another one out there is the ENTJ. So the ENTJ, as you see, is the commander. Bold, imaginative, and strong-willed leaders, always finding a way or making one. So something like this, I believe, would be good for anything that has to do with a trend. So whatever the latest trend is, I think an ENTJ is really wired in their brain to take advantage of that. So it makes me think of like some of those people who made millions and millions of dollars on fidget spinners. So fidget spinners got really popular for a while. They're probably kind of fading now, but for a while, just everybody was buying them, like in whatever it was, 2018, 2017, whatever it was. And then another thing comes to mind is that Area 51 raid type thing that's been going on. And, so something like this, like something that's in the news, and they'll make like a t-shirt for it or something like that. So, this kind of reminds me of what this personality type, the ENTJ, is kind of built for, like a serial entrepreneur, just really good at spotting trends and making money off of trends and things like that. So always making new businesses and just taking advantage of what's working right now and getting on the ground floor of something before it turns into a big wave. So another personality type is the ENFP. So that is the campaigner, enthusiastic, creative, and social free spirits who can always find a reason to smile. So something like coaching, marketing agencies, things that allow them to be very social. Could also be a serial entrepreneur like an ENTJ. But as far as something like this, you could try something like video creators or something that is related to coaching. So Video Creators is a website where the founder, Tim Schmoyer, basically has built a brand around helping YouTubers grow their audience. So Video Creators, their YouTube channel and their website is geared towards that. That might be a really good business idea for you. Daryl Eves is another example of someone who does this kind of work. He's probably a little more extroverted as far as his personality type than Tim Schmoyer at Video Creators, but both offer you really good products and services based on coaching and building an agency that helps you grow a brand or helps you, figure things out personally and does calls with you and stuff like that. Another thing you can do if you're an INFP, or otherwise known as a mediator, poetic, kind, and altruistic people, always eager to help a good cause. These are people that typically like to avoid kind of confrontational type stuff. Not that, the other was like that, but mediators tend to especially avoid that kind of stuff. They might do something more for just benefiting the world and keeping a low profile. So the humaneleague.org comes to mind. They're trying to help the animal rights. It's kind of a nonprofit website out there. That might be something you could do, some sort of nonprofit. You could create a blog. I believe a blog based on a topic that you're really passionate about could be good. An art store at a site like Etsy could be good, or Amazon Handmade might be a good idea. Creating your own art and selling that or something. Anything along those lines, I think kind of low profile, benefiting the world, not having to, do too much social type stuff, but just benefiting some sort of cause or doing something you're passionate about that's kind of low key. Another thing is an ENFJ, which would be the protagonist, charismatic and inspiring leaders, able to mesmerize their listeners. So something like this would be really good, I think, as an influencer. So you think of somebody who's a popular influencer like David Chang. You have a lot of influencers out there, but someone who could just build a personal brand and be a YouTuber, be an influencer, be a podcast brand. So that's somebody on Instagram. You have someone like Joe Rogan who does these podcast episodes. I would recommend you maybe watch one or two of those to get an idea of, maybe if that's the kind of person you feel like you want to be like, maybe in a different niche, of course. But he has a podcast where he just interviews people, and a lot of people really love it. Again, a YouTuber, those kind of people who are kind of building a personal brand and really good at attracting people to follow them. So something like that. And then last but not least for this video, an INFJ, which is actually the personality type I am, which is an advocate, quiet and mystical, yet very inspiring and tireless idealist. So the thing about being an INFJ, and apparently it's very rare according to this test, but you're basically an advocate. You are really future sighted and concerned about, the future of, what's going to happen to people, or, you're kind of introverted. You can be fairly artistic. So I believe something like selling online courses, eBooks, creating content. One example I just thought of right off the bat, which is a site I used to really spend a lot of time at, is digitalmarketer.com. So they have like a blog. They have all this content that they put out, and then they sell a lot of courses that help you with your marketing. So if you go to products, they have all these courses, and you can pre-record these courses. So if you're, even more introverted than like the average INFJ, you're pre-recording it. So it's not like you're talking live to an audience or anything like that. You're just kind of recording it and posting it on here. Or you can record your screen. That's how I started out. I just recorded my screen. I wasn't even in my videos. So you can do something like that. I would say just something creative, or educational type content, or passive income along those lines would be really good, in my opinion, for an INFJ. So that's it for this one. Stay tuned for the part 2 of this series. Let me know if you like this, and also check out the playlist in the top right for more videos of different businesses you could start and where to go. And I'll see you in the next video.